So how come you're a perfectionist, but your life is still not perfect? Hi guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Arena, and today I'm going to talk to you about one of the most important things when it comes to being rich, being famous, honestly an obstacle to achieving any goal you could ever imagine, and it's perfectionism. Perfectionism has been my biggest demon for as long as I can remember myself. I've always been one of the best students in class, always got A's. I was always the one to be chosen for solo dances and all that. Overall, being an overachiever that I am, I've always had this mindset that it's either I get all the things that I want or I don't get anything. It's either I do all my best or I don't do this at all. And whoever is familiar with what I'm saying right now, congratulations, you're a perfectionist too. And of course, perfectionism in theory is a wonderful quality because you always want to evolve, you always want to get new things, you always want to learn new things, you always want to provide the best service for your clients or get the best marks you could possibly get. But there's one thing that comes in alignment with perfectionism, and it's a fear of mistakes. Usually perfectionists, like me, are waiting for the best time, for the best opportunity, for the best weather, for the best moment, for the best time of the day, for the best mental health, for the best financial situation. We always cherish this crazy idea of some ideal moment, of some perfect moment in our lives. But the sad part is that it never comes. I've never, ever in my entire life had perfect and ideal opportunities. I had some opportunities. I had good opportunities. I had bad opportunities. I had bad moments. I had good moments. I had almost perfect moments, but never perfect. Look at the setting. This setting, is it perfect? No, it's not. It's windy. The lighting is a little off. The grass is scratching my butt. I'm sitting in not the most comfortable position, but guess what? I'm still filming this video. I don't want to tell you that today is the perfect day, that today is the perfect opportunity. Do it. Go for it. Because I know that it's probably not gonna work. I know that probably you're just gonna listen to it and be like, yeah, it's easy for her to say, but I have this and this and this and that, and my life is not perfect and the opportunity is not perfect, and I'm gonna wait for a more ideal situation in my life because right now I don't have financial freedom to do something that I want. Right now I don't have an ideal partner to go on a trip that I really want to go to, or I don't have this camera that I want in order to film a video. I know all the excuses. I've been there. I literally been there an hour ago. The one thing that I want you guys to understand is that perfectionism is the quality of poor. Action is the quality of rich. I have a lot of very rich people in my social circle, people with a lot of followers, hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of followers. And the one thing that they truly all have in common is not being afraid to act. All those people are not perfectionists whatsoever because they know that the best thing they can do is just act. I once was on a date with a very, very successful man. One thing that he said to me, and I want you guys to literally engrave it in your mind. How can you plan ideal things in not ideal world? Let that sink in. We always think that there is an ideal opportunity, that there is an ideal plan, that there is an ideal strategy. But how can there be an ideal opportunity, an ideal strategy, an ideal plan if the world itself is literally not perfect? And let me tell you, the rich people are rich exactly because they understand it. Take action, make a mistake, learn from this mistake, try again, and repeat. And that's all you have to do in order to achieve literally anything. The core reason you're not doing anything is because you have this idea in your head that you think is so perfect, and you're so afraid to put it in action because you're afraid that this idea was never perfect in the first place. And that's where we come to the second part. Take off the illusions. Honestly, have you ever even fact-checked your plans and your goals. Dreaming is amazing. Trust me, I have so many goals, so many things that I want to achieve in life with this YouTube channel, with my blog in general, with the amount of income that I want. But it's so important to take care of yourself. It's so important to set realistic goals so that you can take care of your brain, so that you can take care of your consciousness. It's about creating a plan that is comfortable for your mind at this specific time, so that the will to achieve this goal is actually bigger than your fear. Because once you get on this journey of going towards your goal, your brain is going to realize that it's not scary after all. And then when you've already started, and when you got some results, when you made some mistakes, when you learned from those mistakes, when you improved, it's gonna be so much easier to set clear goals and bigger goals. Befriend your inner critic. Biggest thing that is separating almost everyone from the dream life that they want. We all in our lives have three minds or three personalities. Negative mind, which is also your inner critic, a positive mind, which is also your inner supporter, let's say, and a neutral mind. Let's call it inner observer of a kind. And initially, we're born just with our positive minds, because look at the kids. They don't ever question themselves. They never question what they did wrong. They never highlight their mistakes. They just do something and they're like, oh my god, that's so cool. Oh my god, I want to do that more. Or, oh my god, I don't want to do it. And the reason why is because they're very connected with their inner supporter and their positive mind, but they're actually pretty much disconnected with their inner critic. But then as we get older, as we get wiser, as we communicate with more and more and more people, our parents or our teachers or our friends criticize us for the first time, our inner critic gets born. And initially, an inner critic is actually a pretty good thing, because an inner critic is the one that helps you to identify your mistakes, to get better in life. The inner critic is actually the one telling you to stop being friends with that girl because she's bullying you, or to apologize for that girl for being too nasty with her. So initially, the function of your inner critic is actually self-improvement. But what happens in reality is that your inner critic becomes so much louder that your inner supporter. So it just pretty much blocks all the positive thoughts you have about yourself. And everything that's left is pretty much, I'm not good enough, I need to get better, la la la. You know it. And one of the most interesting exercises that I did is to try to feel with whose voice your inner critic is speaking. It's either the voice of your mom's insecurities, or your dad's fears, or the traumas of this girl that used to bully you at school. But it's never your own voice, because deep inside, we all love ourselves. We all want to support ourselves. We are all our biggest fans, like children are. Deep inside, we're not criticizing ourselves, because deep inside, this little girl that is so amazed and that is so genuinely shocked by everything that you're doing right now in a good way. This little girl, she is so proud of you. She has never thought that you would be where you are right now. All these criticizing thoughts that you have, all these intrusive ideas that you're not good enough, that you have to be better, you have to be stronger, that you have to be more ambitious, that you have to do more and more and more in your life, that you're not good enough the way you are, is actually just the voice in your head. And it's not even yours. Every single time you hear it again, every single time you hear that, oh, my body doesn't look good enough in this dress, or this lighting is not good enough, so I'm not gonna film this video, or this girl has achieved so much in her 20s and I'm sitting here being so stupid and so unambitious and so afraid of all things all the time. It's not your voice, it's someone else's voice, and I want you to understand it. Every single time you start criticizing yourself, separate from this just for a moment. Try to observe and try to feel whose voice it is in reality. And by noticing and by observing, you actually get out of this negative mind, of this inner critic of yours, and put yourself into a neutral mind, your inner observer. So when you got from your negative mind into your neutral mind, that's when you have to go from your neutral mind to your positive mind, or your inner supporter. And you're gonna do that by gratitude. You're gonna do that by being grateful to your mom, to your dad, whoever's voice it is, by saying, "Dear mom, I'm so grateful for you caring about me, for wanting me to be better, to do better, to achieve better. But right now, I'm choosing to not listen to your voice in my head. Right now, I'm choosing to listen to my voice, listen to my dreams, and listen to my soul." And with that, it's going to be honestly so much easier to choose and do whatever you want to do. Just literally by being grateful and by focusing on yourself and your soul, your goals, your mind, you name it. Out of everything that I said and that I told you right now, the biggest reason as to why we all criticize ourselves is because we don't love ourselves for who we actually are. Because deep inside, we're afraid that if we make mistakes, that if we are not ideal, that if we don't do perfect things all the time, that we're not actually worthy of love. Because when you actually understand, when you're so sure that you love yourself unconditionally, and that no matter what you do, no matter how many flaws you have, no matter how many mistakes you make along the way, that you are worthy of love, that you're still your biggest fan and supporter and believer, that is the moment you literally become invincible. You're not afraid of losing something. You're not afraid of acting weird. You're not afraid of being weird in general, because you know that you love yourself. You know that you're worthy of love unconditionally. The moment you understand that mistakes don't matter, your inner critic does not matter, being perfect all the time does not matter, that is the time you start actually loving yourself and you start actually doing things for yourself, because no one is going to do it for you. I'm not gonna do it for you. I'm not you. Your mom is not gonna do it for you. Your parents are not gonna do it for you. Your boyfriend is not gonna do it for you. Your friends are not gonna do it for you. No one is gonna do it for you. So instead of focusing on your inner critic, which is not even fucking real, instead of thinking that I'm not worthy of something, that I'm not perfect, that my plan is not ideal, that I don't have the ideal opportunity, that I'm not ideal myself, that I need something in order to achieve this, or in order to start this, I need just a little more time, just a little more money, just a little more skill. Just fucking do it. And then you will be able to figure out a way, because you have already started. So maybe instead of trying to always be perfect, making ideal plans, being perfect for other people in order to deserve their love and to deserve your own love, you will just simply become your best friend. It's almost sunset, honestly. Let me show it to you. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the view I had while filming this video. So I am late to my workout. I haven't done some of the tasks that I had to do, but I don't care, because I filmed this video and I finally made the first step of achieving my goals. And I hope after this video, you do something for yourself too. You know what it is. You know exactly what it is. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. And remember, you are your own biggest project.